What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I have another review for you guys, and this is for the IMAX Audio Rhythmz headphones. This is their Blue HD version, and the Blue stands for Bluetooth, of course, which these headphones are capable. As you can see, this thing also has touch control buttons. Now, you can't really see the buttons. That's what makes these headphones quite unique. These touch buttons right here are, well, they're touchscreen controlled, I guess you could say. So if you like swipe this way, but bang, it goes to the next song, but I'll get into that soon enough in the video. And of course the HD stands for sound quality, and I will get into how pretty nice these things sound later in the video as well. So let's go over what came in the box. So this thing is resting on the little cleaning cloth that this came with. Also, this is a white pair of flat wires, or just a flat wire in general. It has a 3.5 mm cable, and of course the reason they made it flat is because they don't want it to tangle, so that's pretty nice. Then of course it also came with a micro USB charging cable. This thing has built-in lithium-ion batteries, which basically means that you don't need to replace the battery every single 10 days, so that's a good thing. I really like that. So let's go ahead and start off with build qualities. So overall, this thing is made out of glossy plastic. It comes in black, red, and of course the white version, which I have right here. Random thought, I supposedly received the red version, but ended up with the white version instead, so that's quite interesting. And then of course, these are the ear pads, which are extremely soft, but when I did wear it for long hours, I did notice that this part right here does get annoying since it is a little bit hard, and the ear cuffs only go around your ears so far, so this thing sort of bulges out, if you could say, in a way. And then, of course, they have these nice curves on here, so that's basically more or less for looks and design. It just feels really, really sturdy, and if you put these on your head, of course, they're going to look really nice with these. I don't know if you can really tell in the video, but they're just structured and curved in a certain way to make it stand out a lot more than the average pair of headphones. Now, here's a part that I didn't necessarily like. No, not the word Rhythmz or the blue, actually the hinge itself. This feels really rusty when opening it. As you can see, I'm sort of struggling to push it back in, and that could be for two reasons. One, because it closes, which is a nice feature, but it could also be the fact that they just didn't make this smooth enough, so sizing this up and keeping it that way is pretty annoying. Same thing with the one on the other side, so it's not just something I did, I know that for a fact. So they might want to improve on that. Then, of course, working our way up, we have the actual head pads, and this is pretty soft. Not as soft as something like, say, the Chisel headphones. These are much softer. You can notice the thickness. But they are quite soft, and if you wear this for quite a few hours, or just in general, these will stay on, and you'll be pretty comfortable for the most part. Then, normal plastic up here, and the same thing here with a little eye. I believe this is their symbol, but it's an interesting symbol, I must say that. It kind of looks like a warning label, if you ask me. And that's pretty much it for build quality, besides the fact that this is your little 3.5 mm cable insert place. So just go ahead and insert that in there. And this is where you would plug in your micro USB cable. So, now let's get to the interesting features and of course the sound quality. So the interesting features is the fact that, well, it works with Bluetooth. One thing I did notice about the Bluetooth thing is the fact that it doesn't necessarily work as loudly as it would while using a normal cable or wiring, but the sound quality is relatively the same, unlike some other headphones I use that are also Bluetooth. But since it is over the air, I can understand why it wouldn't sound as good. Now, the coolest feature of this is probably the fact that it has cool touch controls on one of these sides, probably this side. This is your power button. You press this 4 seconds, it turns on, press it another 4 seconds, it turns off, and press it for 6 seconds, guess what? It's going to start trying to pair with whichever device you have near. So if I had my iPhone right there, bang, it would connect to that very easily. You would just have to click on the word Rhythmz, I believe. Then, of course, this right here, while you're playing music, if you were to say, tap this thing right here, press it, it would play or pause the music. But it gets interesting after that. If you were to raise the volume, you'd simply need to start at the bottom, swipe upward, or you could swipe downward, and it would raise the volume or bring it down. I could tell that you know exactly where I'm going with this. Then, of course, if you were to swipe to the right, then it would go to the next song, and of course, swipe to the left, it would go to the song that you were listening to in the past. So it is pretty cool. Those are interesting features. I mean, I hate when headphones have big bulky buttons that stand out and you just keep pressing them and they click and distort the music. I don't like that. This is a really cool feature and I really like that. Now let's get to sound quality, since that's probably what you're waiting for. So, sound quality, I would say it's pretty good. One thing I didn't like is some distortion when listening to Bluetooth, but one thing I did like is the fact that it gives you a nice 3D feeling. It's as if the headphones aren't there, and you're actually in, like, say, a concert hall, listening to the music with airwaves coming at you, and not directly from your ear. That's a downside to some headphones, but not these. These have a nice three-dimensional feeling. Now, with that said, that does reduce the bass quite a bit. I mean, these have good bass, but then again, compared to, say, Beats, the bass isn't all the way up there. So if you used to listen to electrical music or something like that, these may not be the headphones for you, but for just about everything else, the trebles, normal sound quality, dynamics, everything else works really, really well. So sound quality-wise, I give it an 8 out of 10. Build quality-wise, I give it a 7 out of 10 because of that low hinge problem. That is the dumbest problem ever and probably should not be there. Overall, the headphones are great, look great, sound nice, and they're in a decent price range, $69.99. They're actually in a really good price range now that I think about it, since they look just as nice as, say, really expensive headphones like Sennheiser or Beats, but they sound just as good. So, it all depends on what you're looking for. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. If so, you should probably mention this video to every single other person you know that are looking for a nice pair of headphones. And of course, you should probably like this video if you just enjoyed me talking about random stuff. Well, this isn't really random. Or if you just enjoyed my demonstrating this product. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This is going to be me logging off.